So Josh, the traditional visit to the Sunshine Coast, I guess it always seems to be in the lead up to the Broncos game. I mean, what do you blokes like about this week away?
Oh, it's a great spot to come up, I guess, and stay a few nights. Sunny coast, beautiful area, good weather. It's been a bit cold in Melbourne, so it's nice to come up here to the sunshine. And I guess it's good for us to be able to get away together and connect a little bit and enjoy our time together.
It's interesting the lead up to the Broncos game this week because I don't think people are too sure who's actually going to run out in the 17 for each team. There's injuries everywhere. There's players that are maybe going to get a rest, and also you've secured your top four spot. I mean, are you thinking that there might be a few changes to both sides?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know what our team's going to be this week, to be fair. I think, like you say, both sides try and freshen up a few players going into the finals, and the Broncos have secured that 1 or 2 spot, and we've locked up the top 4, which is really important to us. So, not sure what teams run out, but I'm sure it'll be a good game regardless.
I know a lot of fans sort of always like to think ahead, but I know players are always about the next game. But has it sort of crossed your mind that you might be playing the Broncos 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, sort of haven't, like you say, don't really think about it. It was really important to us to get the top 4 locked up, and that only happened late Sunday afternoon with the Knights playing the Sharks. But I guess that is a definite possibility that we could be up here 2 weeks in a row. But once you get to finals, it's a new game, and there's some teams in red hot form at the moment. So it'll be a tough run, but we're definitely up for the challenge, I think.
Storm have an amazing record against the Broncos. Haven't lost anywhere to them since 2016, and haven't lost at Suncorp since 2009. I mean, it comes up every single time you guys play them. But what do you think it is? I mean, do you just enjoy playing against them, or?
I've only been here for 2 years myself, but I didn't know those were the statistics. But I guess they must get up for when they're playing the Broncos. I guess they're a good side, mate. They're a really good side. They've shown this year how much talent they've got across the park. So we'll definitely have to be on. But whatever side we roll out, we want to be competitive, and it's really important now leading into finals that we start building really good foundations to try and be there at the end of the year.
Do you think it's also maybe fellas like Harry Grant and Cameron Munster? I mean, they know some of these Broncos from Queensland camp. Do you think it's also they like to get up to get one over them as well?
Yeah, definitely. I guess they're mates. When you go out there to play against mates, I guess the competition steps up a little bit. So maybe they put in a prettier performance when playing them boys. But like I say, I think we want to be competitive against every team we play.
Tyrone Wishart had a blinder for the Falcons on the weekend. I mean, he was easily the best player out on the field against Redcliffe. I mean, if he comes back in, I mean, he brings so much versatility into the side, doesn't he? Yeah,
definitely. I think Wish has had a really good year all around, not just on the weekend. He's played a few games of first grade this year, which he's been really strong for us, and he brings a lot of versatility, like you say, off the bench. He can play pretty much every position on the field. He plays a bit of middle in the halves. He's been on the wing, so he fills a lot of spots for us. And as you say, he's been playing some really good footy back for Falcons. So I'm sure if he comes in, he'll do a job, and I'd be excited for him to get a run.
And a bit of talk that Jade Nicarima might play given the injury to Jerome Hughes. I mean, he's had sort of an injury-plagued season, but when he's been playing good footy. How do you think he can go on that one?
Oh, definitely. Nickers, again, he's played plenty of first-grade games, and he's been down here for a few years now, so he knows the system and knows his role within it, I guess. He's a top-quality player. That's why he's in the team, and if he comes in, I'm sure he'll do a job as well.
And just yourself, mate, and the side as a whole, I mean, you look at any TV program at the moment that's reviewing the game, it's all about Penrith Broncos. I mean, do you like just flying under the radar? Because with the Melbourne Storm for a while there, you never flew under the radar.
Yeah, I guess when you're not in the media as much, it's always nice. But there's a lot of teams going well at the moment. I think once you get to finals, it's a new competition. You look at the Knights; they're gone 8 in a row at the moment, and they beat us. They've beat some really good sides in those 8 games. So who knows what can happen in the finals? It's week by week, I guess. And Penrith and Broncos are probably the benchmark at the moment, but we'll see how we go once we get into the finals.
How good was it getting Paps back
all
that time on the weekend?
Yeah, it's so I think for the team it's been a real big energy lift to see what he's gone through, I guess, and what he's been able to overcome to get back on the field. 405 days, I think, between first grade games, something like that. So that's a ridiculous amount of time to spend in your own head and, I guess, working on yourself to try and get yourself back to play. But I think the reception he got at Amy Park on the weekend, and even up here at the sunny coast the other week, that's massive. I was there on the weekend watching it from the bench, and I got goosebumps just watching him run out. So I'm really happy for him and really proud of him for what he's been able to, like I say again, overcome and achieve to be back out in that field and playing good footy as well. I think that's important.